Price action live at TradersPost for August 22nd, 2025. I'm one of your traders, Tom Hartman, alongside the fearless and peerless Mike Christensen, co-founder and CSO of TradersPost. Up to 4 days a week at Price Action Live, we trade in front of you using the advanced trade execution engine known as TradersPost, the epic software that upgrades your trading. Whether trading stocks, futures, options, or crypto, TradersPost is a must. Today we're trading prop firm accounts. Mike, how are you feeling on this, the day of your rebirth of the orb trading strategy, of gap fills? How does it feel today on the heels of yesterday?
I'm feeling like it's Groundhog Day. We're basically getting a revisit of the same exact spot we opened to yesterday. It'll be another gap up, and I'm very curious about what this session looks like. If you remember, we opened up right in between S1 and R1 on the 2-hour chart, and it was a small gap open yesterday. If I go back to the 1-minute chart, we had a gap down yesterday, excuse me, and we did fill that gap. It was a very small gap, but today it looks like, if I'm looking at the bid-ask lines correctly here, if we stay around this zone, it's about a 17 basis point gap up. So I'm kind of curious about where we're going to land, but I really want to see how the market's going to respond to this midpoint again. You know, we've been almost in a sideways channel now. The overnight session showed us that there's still a lot of support at 23,140. Obviously, it wicked well below that, but bounced right back up again. Buyers showed up. So yeah, it's going to be an interesting session. If there's any chop in the open, Tom, please cuff my hands. No more trading for the day. I'm going to take a couple of trades and then call it. I have a new little strategy I'm working on that I'm going to call my chop scalping strategy. And the idea behind this one is going to be very small position size, and I'm just looking to trade the reversals. If I insist on taking a trade, let's at least keep the position size manageable. So this is going to force me to trade 1 micro.
All right. So, if this is a Groundhog Day type scenario, you got to be careful because do you remember the movie Groundhog Day with Bill Murray?
Of course. Classic.
And the fan theory is that he was stuck in that Groundhog Day. What is it, like 100 years? Some people speculate 10,000 years. He did it again and again and again.
Yeah, he actually died. He's in hell.
But you're on day 2 of your Groundhog Day, so plenty of time to
confirm that I'm not stuck in a loop infinitely. Yes.
So taking a look at just some of the macro stuff that's been going on, we do have the dollar that is essentially continued its slow grind upwards. It is it's unfortunate for markets to go up. We do like to see the dollar go down, and if this continues and we don't get a break below 97 or what have you on the Dixie, I mean, it's sore times ahead. So we'll see how that goes. You were taking a look at gold before, which was, it's just been going sideways. It's just been the sideways action since essentially the April of this year. We did have an all-time high that happened at the beginning of August, but it's been pretty sideways. Now, sideways action to me is still bullish.
Consolidation. It can definitely mean consolidation before the next leg up. I think at this point there's some hesitancy though. I think we've touched that resistance line at 3,500. What, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times?
3,500. 1, 2. Well, it depends.
It depends on how you
look
really
at it. Only twice, but
I see.
Still, it is that is potentially bullish. But I've seen gold just completely reverse sometimes because it's such a macro instrument that if the central banks decide, hey, we don't need any more gold or what have you, all of a sudden you get a full-on pullback down to 2,700 like in no time.
Have you also been paying attention to what's been happening in the bond market?
So yields have started to tick back up. Especially on the short end. So the long end is still pretty much flat, but the short end is going back up. I'm not sure what to make of it because the bond market, when you take a look at what's going on in Japan, it's just rocketing up. Here, I think you can see the 10-year Japanese yen. This is not good, by the way, folks. The Japanese 10-year that's rising. I think the 20-year is rising as well. it makes the bond market in Japan more attractive to Japanese people. And the Japanese people help fund European and Western and American markets. And so the more that goes up, the more, we might get a pullback. It's interesting when we were used to interest rates being at 0% for years, and then it started to rise, and the general population thinks to themselves, this is a bad thing, right? This is a bad thing for interest rates to rise. And we forget that no, interest rates used to make money holding bonds, lending to the government, getting money, guaranteed income, risk-free rate. This used to be a good thing. Remember when you had money inside your bank account and you'd have like a 2% interest rate and you would actually make money by saving money? Remember those days?
Remember?
And so now with the interest rates going up, people are sort of remembering, excuse me, why am I taking all this risk in equities? What's happening here? And then with the structured products that are on there, and Ken Carson has a great interview on StockTwits about this last week. Just you can build a structured product on top of a interest rate. So let's say you're getting 4.25 from the 10-year. You can then structure another product on top of that gives you, let's say, another 4%, and all of a sudden you're sitting on 8.25% a yield, and you go, well, then why am I taking risk inside of the equity market? So it's interesting what's going on with the bond markets. The yields abroad are the things that I'm more concerned about, because the U.S. rates are, well, they live and breathe by the Fed. So we'll see what was it today. Powell's going to be talking to Jackson Hole.
35 minutes.
35 minutes. Ooh, that's going to be fun. I love when he talks at Jackson Hole.
Yeah. Well, if you remember last time, that was an incredible event. They picked up the transcript from that meeting, and it affected markets pretty heavily. So it could be crazy price action today. And that is partly, I think, why there's a fairly large expected move today on the NASDAQ. I was looking at the options chain for the IUXX, which is the NASDAQ 100 index. And it appears that the implied volatility or expected move for the day is 0.91 or 91 basis points, which is a little bit larger than usual. So, like yesterday, it was 0.31, 0.32, something like that. So about 3 times bigger. I think there's definitely some sense that price action may be choppy today, or at least pretty significant.
That's right. We have Bitcoin giving up the ghost some more last night, which is painful, but not entirely unexpected. Global liquidity is just pretty much flat. But let's see what happens today. All right, we're trading intraday. We're taking a look at the macro thing just as a quick check, a weather check. But when it comes down to price action in the open, well, anything can happen. It can get whipsawed, it can be flat, and we can lose or make money regardless. What we will definitely be doing is using the TradersPost platform here in order to scale our trade signals across multiple different prop firms. Now, that's not the only thing you can use TradersPost for. You can use it to connect to different crypto exchanges. You can connect to stock and futures accounts. You can do all kinds of things like that in order to really have a robust catalog of strategies that you run in order to manage your own money and to a live trade. But today we're going to be using prop firm accounts. And what's great about it is that it's sort of like I set it up. It's super reliable. So over here, I have my prop firm account here, which this is a strategy I have on TradersPost. It's connected currently to 3 subscriptions, although 2 I have to wait for. 2 prop firm accounts. I have to wait for them to reset next month. Whatever. Maybe I'll add another one today. We'll see how I feel. But they're all connected here. And then when the signal comes through, which will happen through the webhook. So I grab this webhook and I have drawings on my chart that are connected to the alert system on TradingView. So let's just go ahead and right click on one of these, edit the alerts, and you'll see that my message is set up in order to purchase the MNQ contract here for this chart. It's letting me know, I'm letting TraderSpost know the action that I want to buy, what's the current price, my time, and my interval for my chart. And under my notification settings, I am sending the signal to Webhook URL, which is my TradersPost webhook. So once that comes through, the signal will show up on my signals page, and it will then be processed by the accounts according to the rules I have set up for those subscriptions. I could always take a look at those subscription rules by heading over to the edit screen. And I can see here that for this subscription, I'm allowing for auto submit to be turned on so that the trades automatically get executed at my prop firm account. I'm allowing for bullish and bearish trades. And importantly for me, under position sizing, I'm allowing add to position so that even though I'm in a position, I could add more to it. All kinds of different settings here, all kinds of different features. Please feel free to go explore it. You can go take a look at our YouTube channel if you want more information, and also our documentation if you want to get your hands dirty. But it's a fantastic platform, and I'm grateful for it. Market opens in 2 minutes, and I just got to ask you, gun to your head, Mike, what's your bias for the day? If you had to take a trade right now, long or short, which direction would you go into?
All right, fine. Since you're going to hold me to it and it's got to be long or short, I would normally say I'm pretty neutral. Again, it's Groundhog Day. So yesterday, having opened up right between R1 and S1 would have kept me pretty neutral. We've already kind of seen the move from the overnight, which shows us that, if we're just looking at the overnight move, we found support, we pushed right back into the middle, and we're seeing some consolidation here. So I'm a little bit neutral at the moment, but if I had to really choose a direction, I would say we've seen plenty of support now off of the 23,140 line. And I see it here where we wicked through, here where we wicked through, and here where we wicked through. I would expect that if we can push past this moving average here on my chart on the 2-hour, that we can remain bullish for the rest of the session. So we'll see. I mean, obviously, some of this is contingent on what Powell says today. We'll probably learn a few new things about the economy today.
Well, if I had to choose, I would definitely go ahead with bullish, because my slant is always bet for the market to go up. That generally speaking, you take that bet, 900 times out of 1,000, you'll be right. But the open is a new experience for me, Mike, and it has been, let's call it thrilling. Let's call it.
Is that the right word for you?
All right. Well, let's see how we move in the first few minutes. We're going to be opening here in 5, 4, 3, 2, and we're off to the races.
All right. So there's the printed gap we were expecting. It ended up at 17 basis points as we were kind of anticipating. And yesterday I decided on a new rule that I am waiting at least 10 minutes from the open before I get involved. So I'm going to set a little a vertical line on my chart here and just let a few candles print before I get involved in the market. In the meantime, I've got some alerts I'm just wrapping up finishing the messaging for.
Look at that move down on the 1 minute. The 1 minute is the most exciting of all the time frames.
It's even more exciting
than the 1 second.
Got to be careful on the 1 minute.
Yeah, totally. Everything looks so sweet on one. Look at that fall.
The other dilemma of right at the open here is that there's so much congestion on TradingView. Sometimes it takes a while for your alerts to even fire or even activate. So you got to be real careful.
Yeah, I've often seen the trade is already open at my prop firm before I even get the message that shows up here.
Yeah.
But still, it beats opening up all these tabs and clicking into them manually.
Oh, no question. Obviously, the platform is great. We want to use it. Okay.
We're bouncing off of EVWAP. Pretty healthy bounce there. Normally, I would be inclined to go long here, but hey. You know what? Let me put on my TradersPost hat, be part of the TradersPost crew here, and make sure that I stay focused.
Okay, so it looks like on the 2-hour chart we're starting to visit the bottom of that trend, but we're seeing some buying pressure here, which is good. Give it a few more minutes and then I'll get involved.
So if you guys are tuning in here, Mike is definitely trying this new novel thing where he's waiting a few minutes from the open, because Mike,
I
Mike
used to
has a
do
great,
this. I started breaking my rules when I saw that price action was just like driving home a certain point right from the first few minutes. So then I changed my rule to 3 minutes instead of 10 minutes. But then yesterday, that did not serve me well.
because Mike is really good at digging out of the hole. Then all of a sudden your rules come into play and you're like, amazing.
I did dig out of yesterday's hole. It was a pretty bad one, but I was able to capture back some of those losses.
Which is always fun. Better. I was saying better Mike than me, because I would just chase it all the way down.
Better me than anybody watching as well. This is looking pretty bullish. I like it. A decent close above VWAP here. Let me get some lines prepared. I'm not jumping in just yet, but I will. I do want to keep an eye on this.
It's always fun to have some friends within the trading space, because I get alerts and messages of how people feel. Like, oh my god, because people they can only extrapolate linearly. I don't know why they don't necessarily understand this. They can't think of it in any cyclical way. And so if price goes down, they think the price will go down way further, then it's going to go down, and up, they think it's going to go up way higher, then it's going to go up. And so having a trading community gives you a nice little sentiment indicator. Mm-hmm. And when I get messages are like, oh, I think Bitcoin's going to go to 100,000, I go, well, maybe I should be going long here.
I definitely think sentiment is one of those indicators that you watch for. The moment that everybody stops believing that there's a top to the market, that's when you start selling, for sure. Right. And just looking at the fear greed index, which isn't really sentiment based, it's still technical based. We're at that neutral stage right now in markets. Where it's worth paying attention to as investors start to shift their viewpoint on the market. I've been seeing a little bit of social media content around people thinking that the AI play is over. There's a bit of investor sentiment around the idea that maybe we've hit that law of diminishing returns, and we're getting the most out of the models already that we're ever going to get. I'm not sure any of that's true. There's still plenty of room for opportunity and innovation. But most of the push seems to be coming from the investor community, especially on the VC side in private equity. So the question that's open right now is AI effectively at the top of the bubble, the hype curve?
I find it so hard to even contemplate, because it's like people make the analogy to the .com bubble, and you're like, this is not that,
folks. The same thing. Yeah, we've got real earnings here. Do you know? I mean, just think about how fast OpenAI grew as an organization and how many weekly visitors they have to their platform. It's one of the fastest growing startups of all time, and there's real revenue there. In the .com era, it was like they were trading on hopes and promises. There was no real revenue. It was just growth at all cost.
That's right. And I also remember the chess before AI was not nearly as popular as chess after AI, because people thought, oh, right, with Stockfish and all these different systems, no one's going to care anymore. All the best moves are going to be found out. Chess has been broken, and now it's more popular now than ever before.
Yeah,
because people are able to generate so much productivity off of it. So, all right, well, you're coming up on your self-imposed limitation in the morning being done. Are you interested in
let's get long here. This looks pretty bullish. I like it. There's been several candles to the upside now. I think we're closing above VWAP fully. I'm going to go ahead and get long on this candle right here, and we'll take it from there. We'll see how this position goes.
Yeah, you know what? And the dollar's overbought on the 1 hour. I'm also inclined to go long, but I would rather a pullback to EVWAP first if we can get it. We already hit off of it, so it might already
That
be
was my
gone.
other rule that I've now imposed is I'm taking a cue from Tom and I'm going to buy the pullbacks and sell the pullbacks. I definitely was I was trading the breakouts rather than the pullbacks. So I've changed that up a little bit.
Nice. All right. So if I can get in at 23,250, I'd be happy.
Looking at the 5-minute chart, though, I like where this is headed. I want to see a candle print above the moving EMAs here, and I might add to this position.
Oof, it wants to go. Well, Tom didn't get in.
All right, so the bulls are stepping in. I only have one leg of my long established, so I'm looking to figure out where I want to add to this. Nice. Very strong open.
We have the weekly VWAP level, which is at 23,416. And then we have a unmitigated level at 23,6. So, and those are the nearby levels. I always go for the nearest level. So that's actually optimistic, although it's still a downtrend. So like if I got there, I would be shorting for sure. Let's see.
All right. So far, my gun to head bias is starting to play out. I do think it was more bullish than bearish just because of that support level we were at and pushed up from in the overnight session. Which, to be honest, sometimes I consider trading the London session, and that would have been pretty fun to catch the tail end of this move here and take it for 170 points.
What time do you have to get up to trade the London session?
2 o'clock in the morning.
Oh my god!
Yeah, no, it's not great.
Oh my god!
No, this would require me completing an automated strategy, and I've got a couple that I'm playing around with that would just trade the tail end of the Asian session and the beginning of the London session.
Okay, so it'd be one of those rules like look for the break of structure in this time frame, and then just go ahead and
just another basic trend following strategy designed to search for basic reversals. I would want to incorporate some of the regression trend into that strategy. Look for a break of structure, start to reverse to the other side, establish direction, and then take a position long or short depending on where we're at. But it would have some targets built in as well. We'd be looking at high and low of the previous session. We'd be looking at support and resistance on the higher time frames, and we'd be getting confluence from the higher time frames on the overall direction. So, be more short when it's in a downtrend, be more long when it's in a long trend. That's actually helped quite a bit on a lot of my automated strategies, is really kind of filtering out longs and shorts depending on the higher time frame direction. Okay, it looks like we're closing the first 10 minutes here. If you count that as orb, then we're breaking out of orb right now. And I'll draw what I consider to be potentially orb right here. If you counted it from the first candle, sure, but I think most people wait for some kind of establishment of a high and a low after the open. So I think we just found some direction here. That's a little bit better momentum from the orb than we saw yesterday, Tom, where we were thinking this was the orb and it tried to push higher and immediately turned around and rejected. So I'm feeling less and less like this is Groundhog Day and more like, are we getting an actual trend today? This is fantastic.
Okay, so you're in one leg.
I'm in one leg.
And you'll wait for a pullback before you get in the second one. What level would that be at? Would that be at the high of the session? The overnight?
Right now, I want to see it. Right now, I think I should probably put it right about this support wick here on the orb, which is closer to the bottom of this regression trend. So 282. All right, we're going to take the 10-minute line off the chart. And we're headed towards R1. So obviously one area I expect sellers to show up is at R1. I'm going to pull this line down just a little bit right into the middle of the channel. And you can see here this happened in our session yesterday where we hit R1 as well and wicked right out of that range. So I want to keep a close eye on price action once we get to the top there. We're almost there now. I may not even need to add a leg here. This is already great. $400 in profit so far.
Yeah. Yeah. So, and your daily profit target is 1,500?
On these bigger accounts, I'm aiming for $900 minimum. That'll get me to where I can hit a payout in 10 days, 10 trading days. Assuming I win all 10 days.
So let's say this trade, you get the 900 today, you're walking away.
Yeah, I already have it implemented on many of these accounts as well. And I encourage people to do this. If you have a Tradeivate account, you can actually go to your risk settings and set your max profit for the day, which you can base it on your consistency score. So if your target is, let's say, $6,000 on a $100,000 account and your consistency score needs to be 20%, then log into Tradeivate, set your max risk for the day to $1,200, and it will automatically liquidate the account when you hit that number. That way, every other trading day after that doesn't exceed the $1,200, and you stay under your consistency score. So I have that set in my Tradeify accounts. If I hit any of the targets that I'm looking for, it'll automatically liquidate.
Look at that move.
Yeah, we're just shy of R1 here. Haven't quite hit it yet. What I normally do at this point, and this has really helped me spot the reversals, is I drag the regression trend to the top wick and I start to measure the candles from here if we don't form a new high. And you can see that we're opening a third candle here from the high. And if it doesn't go any higher, then I start to form the regression trend down. Now, what I'm looking for is a breakout of this regression trend to tell me whether we're going to break this, the bottom part of the regression trend and head in the opposite direction, or if this is a good spot to just add to my position. So I just have to watch this price action real closely. Well, ideally, I'd like to add, so I'm just going to go ahead and drag up my buy a little bit higher here.
Yeah, same here. I'm trying to get in. All right.
And then the next thing I do after that is I'm going to take a look at my average price in, my net price, if you will. And let me fix the coloring on this. So we'll go dotted.
Missed it.
Ooh, okay. So it rejected the potential of pulling back there. And we're just about to touch R1. So let's see what happens here. What are the sellers going to do?
Ooh, I'm getting a low on the daily. That is... That could mean the bottom is in. There's one indicator that's...
VIX is pulling back.
Yeah.
We're up 50 basis points on the NASDAQ here. We got 15 minutes to Powell's speech. So I kind of want to be out of my position when that happens.
Or avoid the storm.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen it happen. You know, people get real excited around FOMC meetings and anything Powell says. So I might want to wait a few bars after that, see where price action shows up and see what the next trade is. But I definitely want to be out. This R1 line has me interested in maybe taking profits here, but I want to see where we go here.
Yeah. I don't really have any strong resistance zones up here until 23.4, so it's hard for me to...
So yours is R2 for me.
Right. And that's what I'd be looking to short. I'm setting up a short there.
Got it. Oh, there it is.
Oh, wow.
Jesus. So I'm just going to have to take profits here because that candle tells us where the market wants to go. All right, not bad. So $300 on the big accounts, 195 mid, and 96 on the small accounts. I have a buy order here, and I probably need to get out or not turn that off. Oof, accidentally bought that too soon. All right, so back to my regression strategy here. That would be the top wick. I want to see where it goes from here. If it starts to establish a downtrend, then I might be taking the other side. But to be honest, Tom, I'm a little concerned about FOMC. So I think the better play here would be, let me try my other brand new strategy. That's just my little scalping strategy. All right, so I made different lines for my scalping strategy. It's getting a little messy here. Let me actually turn some lines off here.
So I get like you don't want to be wicked out. I totally understand that. But on an intraday move, like so for example, on that red candle, if your stop was at the low of the candle before that red candle,
Mm-hmm.
you would have held in more of the gain, and you got stopped out anyway with the drop of the candle. So I
Mm-hmm.
just wonder, like, what would be the argument to not have a very, very tight stop as you're climbing up into this profit range?
Well, to be honest, I was already looking at that R1. I was just about to move my stop up there, and
I
that
see.
red candle came out way too fast. So it was just a timing and execution mistake there. I probably could have just set my TP right there, and it would have triggered the alert the moment it wicked on that line. I didn't expect it to happen so fast. So,
Of course. Okay. Got
yeah,
it.
that definitely would have been a better exit. That said, buyers are still showing up here, so let's see where we go.
What was it? Yesterday's high. Yesterday's overnight high was 23,360 ish, and we did do. Did yesterday count as a higher low? Let me see here. No, the overnight was the higher low. Okay, so there's the push. Buyers are trying to eat up those contracts. And I want to short from 23.4. Although we can go, I hate that. 23.6 is like still on the menu. I'll risk it.
Okay, good. So I just tested out my exit line, making sure that's working properly. You can see on TradersPost here, we got the immediate signal over here, and it tried to exit an open position, which doesn't exist. I was expecting that. I didn't open anything yet, so I just wanted to confirm that the signal came through properly. It went to the right strategy, and you can see it was rejected on all my prop accounts. Always good to test this in advance before you start putting some risk on.
Nah, just figure it out. Put on a couple of layers and figure it out at the airport.
All right.
One of my favorite stand-up lines.
So that would be a rejected pullback.
Right.
We just posted a new high. And I just really, I don't know. Oh, that's right. I'm going to do the scalp. So I'm only looking for 20 points in either direction.
Then you probably want to short from 23,360, right?
That would be the aim. Yeah. Let's put that there. Right from a little bit lower than yesterday's high.
Right.
And we'll see if we can scalp out 20 points that way.
Hey, for the first time, really, we're both going to be in the same trade then. That's exactly what I would be doing. Turns out I wasn't liquidated on my crypto account.
No kidding.
Yeah, I was just too nervous to look at it.
Well, I guess that's a good thing. We're up a little bit on Bitcoin today.
Yeah. I just added some margin just to give myself more room. I do think you potentially.
Sorry, Tom. You went. Your mic seems to be muffled now for some reason.
Oh, my mistake.
There it goes.
Is that better now?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know what changed.
No, I'm not sure. If I move slightly, I guess this mixing board goes crazy. All right. Are we going to get an opportunity to enter our short? Well, if we don't, then we don't. I don't chase.
Fair. So I'm keeping my line up there just in case it pushes back up again. But it does look like the downtrend is trying to form. We just need to close below this 8 EMA and print another candle here, and I'll try this little chop strategy, this scalping strategy. I'm calling it chop scalp.
Chop scalp. Chop
It's
scalp.
both of it. It's both. It's choppy and scalpy.
What's the size you're going to be doing for the scalps?
Very small. We're doing 1 micro.
1 micro. Okay.
Yeah. We're just gonna. I just want to test it out today and see if I can find reversals.
Alrighty.
That looks invalidated.
Yeah, certainly.
Almost. I mean, I still want to see a new high print. Otherwise, it'll be just a sideways consolidation area. I mean, it's already consolidating here at 332 on average. But we know how consolidations go. That doesn't mean it's going to stop and turn around. It could keep going.
That's right. There just doesn't seem to be enough volume here for us to get the full 23.6 that I was worried about. We'll see. Oh, wait. I should put the time. What time did you say was Powell speaking?
7 minutes.
7 minutes. Okay. All right.
6 minutes now. And you know how the algos go. They're going to publish the transcript prior to him giving his speech. So we should see price action within the first probably 10 seconds.
I just love that. Just the AI just eat up the system. He used the word with 3 times.
Exactly.
That correlates with down.
The analysis of the script is always fascinating to me. Okay, from here.
And that CNBC can spend. Oh, you're entering?
I haven't entered yet, but I want to see if it breaks down. I got 20 points to VWAP, so I want to see if I can pick it up.
CNBC will still find a way of doing 1 week's worth of content on the transcript.
What else are they going to do?
I love it. I could watch that stuff all the time. Just have it all in the background. Breaking news.
I do feel like I'm breaking one of my rules, though, which is I'm trying to sell the breakout instead of selling the pullback. So I'm going to go ahead and try to sell the pullback here.
Right. What sports did you play as a kid, if any?
When I was younger, I dabbled around a little bit in soccer and basketball, but I wasn't really much of a team sports guy. I was in track and field. I did that all through high school, and long jump, high jump, 100 meter, 200 meter dash, 440 relay.
Jesus. So that's more than I thought.
And then I was also in weightlifting club. That was a blast.
So you were the type of person who would have been the kind of guy sticking me inside my locker?
Never. I was a nice guy, Tom. I was a nice guy. Remember, I was a wholesome Christian kid in a Christian band, a Christian rock band. And so no, I was a nice guy. Hey, man, that was supposed to be my short.
Yeah. But there's it's not a win to rush into a position and be right.
That's
That's
true.
still a loss.
And we're still above VWAP, so obviously my sentiment should still be long. But I was kind of hoping to pick up this little 20-point move here, and it's already done. So
yeah, I understand.
Unfortunately, I missed it.
When you see like consistent red candles like that, do you think to yourself, "Oh, this is a systematic system that's doing it," and then it's going to reverse it later on?
I
But this
think
is just a
it's
paint the tape.
I think it's liquidity on the sidelines 3 minutes to the Fed speech.
I
and
see.
basically price action just shows up where it's going to show up.
Okay, fair. Yeah.
Because I mean, if you look at it, volume is diminished. Look at the volume here just in the last, uh, 7 minutes or so compared to the opening volume.
Right.
Interesting. See, man, that
Look
was
at
my
that.
short. Gosh darn it.
Don't beat yourself up for that. You didn't lose money. There's
I didn't
nothing
lose money.
wrong with that.
You're right. But I've made two little mistakes here. I should have had my take profit up at the top. I would have made a little bit more. And I did want to go ahead and scalp out those 20 points, and they showed up without my permission. Next time they need to ask.
Just remember yesterday's Groundhog Day and how it was at this exact time.
I hated it. Oh, it's so brutal. So I am going to wait. I really don't want to trade on the event itself. We're 2 minutes out from the Fed meeting speech. And if we look at the past here,
We're at my long entry. I want to take a long here, actually. Because I do like this position.
All right,
I've entered long.
0730. Yeah, this is kind of what I'm expecting to see. Right at the Fed speech. It wasn't intense price action. Still worth taking a look at, though.
You might want to try your scalp from long from here, because now that it gave up the open,
we're bouncing off the EV WAP now.
Yeah. And if we get that in 45 seconds, once it digests, I would imagine getting a spike up.
We can try it. Here we go. We're going to make a few dollars on this trade.
I have a tight stop.
It's 20 and 20 on either side. So if I can pull this up on my screen, kind of. Let me see if I can.
5 seconds. Let's see.
All I need is 20 points. Oh,
there it is.
Scalp is done.
There it is. Oh my goodness gracious.
Cow.
Look at that.
Wow. All right.
That's what I like to see.
So it's just amazing to me if the data has already been analyzed, what it picked up from the actual speech itself. Now, normally, if we were on the live stream here, I'd want to pull up Powell's actual speech and we can watch it from here. But this is fascinating. Very bullish sentiment. We've already pierced R2 at this point. We're actually now piercing the other side of the regression trend on the 2-hour chart. Man, we're shooting for the moon here. I think that was the bottom.
Lord.
That bullish candle. That's crazy.
All right. Well, I'm out. I made my 247. I made another 100 in Bitcoin. Goodbye. That's it for me trading today.
Fair. So look at that. We're just filling all the gaps too. Remember, we hadn't filled yesterday's gap.
Holy moly!
2 days ago. Excuse me. So we just filled that gap, and we had one more unclosed gap from 3 days prior, August 18th, 4 days prior.
It is getting to 23.6. Holy Jiminy Cricket.
Okay, I didn't expect this. That is a hell of a candle.
Don't jump in.
I'm not. I'm just watching. I just want to see what happens here. This is crazy. That is a crazy candle. It's been a minute since we've seen that. The August 12th would be the last big candle we've seen like that. Right. But it's not even a high volume candle too. We just opened the 2-hour band, so that makes sense. We got plenty of time for volume to show up.
What is going on here?
I definitely think that there's an opportunity, though, to sell into this and fade this for 20 points.
Yeah, I sort of want to sell, but I'm thinking about selling from 23.555 or 23.6. I'm not
Where we're
sure.
at. Yeah, we're not quite overbought just yet. There's plenty of room to go from here. So I'm kind of curious where that would be.
I love we're not even looking to see what the thing said. We're just trading the price action.
Well, the market just told us what it said. It's good news. That we just got good news from Powell. Thanks, Powell.
Oh my God. Look at that. Never bet against the freaking empire.
Never bet against the empire.
Until the end. then short it all the way.
Right.
All right. Well, right now is the feeling I have that if I start trading, I'm going to give back half my profits. So I just can't take anything else.
I'll trade this, but I want to see a little bit of a pullback candle first and see if we can get some resistance. It might even make sense just to throw another long on here. Right in the middle.
I can't go long after a thing like this. To go long now?
Watch.
Oh my dear.
Give it a sec.
No way. No way, this guy. The fearless, the peerless.
I mean, it's a tiny position. No big deal.
Yeah.
At this point, my little scalping strategy here is equal on either side. 20 points a take, 20 points a loss. I just have to be right more than 50% of the time, and I can make money on this little approach here. Now, throwing a random trade on, not so great of analysis, but I'm really enjoying this surge of buying here, and I want to see if there's one more leg to it.
Where are we right now? Oh, we're just above the trend. Oh yeah, that is bullish. Maybe I do buy this pullback.
You're gonna buy the pullback?
I'm thinking, if I get a pullback to 23.4.
Okay, so we gave that one back. Let's see where we go from here.
I'm just up so much. I'm not going to. I'm not going to touch it. Yeah, I'm up 500 on the day. I can't give that back. I want to, though. I want to go long. I'm going to go short at 23.6, and I'm going to go long from 23.4.
I'm going to be wrong twice here. I'll have to keep.
I didn't notice you back in.
I'm just messing around now.
No, I would say if you're long, are you long or short?
I'm short.
Oh, I see.
I wanted to sell the pullback, and it looks like it's going the other way. So that's 2. So I'm 1 for 3 now on this little scalping strategy.
Okay, so you're done. You're done.
At this point, I would say I would wait a little bit longer, find the top of this, and I might start to build a short against this, but it would be I'd be looking to run a little bit longer, not just for a quick little short.
Right. Yeah, short from, oh my God, a short from 23.6. I don't know how I could pass that up. I'm going to put a short there already, a limit order, because that would be so beautiful. For it to reverse this whole thing and go back to flat on the day. Oh my God, it'd be such a great move.
Where's our, let's see.
There's your volume coming. There it is.
Obviously, it's a tough strategy to scalp for 20 points with this big of a candle. That's one reason to avoid it. Typically for these scalping strategies, I wait for ATR to come down. So it was kind of silly to put that trade on anyway.
It's just for funsies. You're doing it for the lols, doing it for the views. Doubled the number of viewers watching at the time, though, I'll tell you that.
So you guys can watch me throw around dumb trades.
My God, Bitcoin just, whew, 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 whew,
Not
so
long, right?
happy. Yes.
Good.
Oh
Yeah,
my.
Bitcoin's up 2%. Nice. Oil's up a little bit. The dollar's down 0.5 point. ES is up, looking good. All right, markets are healthy now. So the AI momentum continues. You know, I was watching this, or I saw this analysis yesterday of somebody that was analyzing what we'll call the S&P 493. So when you take away the Mag 7,
Max
what
seven.
has the performance been? And effectively, if you eliminate the Mag 7, the market has been flat since 2020.
That's
All
right.
of our performance right now is coming from AI and the Mag 7. So just bear that in mind. It's a huge concentration of performance in the American stock market just from 7 companies.
That's exactly right. It's so fascinating when you're like, okay, so was that healthy or not healthy?
I know, right? Like it represents what an analyst would normally call concentration risk. But at the same time, if you're a focus investor, you're interested in the most magnificent businesses to begin with, right?
Mhm.
You want high quality businesses at a fair price. And when it comes to a lot of these Mag 7 constituents, there are many opportunities to buy them at fair prices, like buying NVIDIA on big pullbacks on negative news and sentiment for the AI industry. And the next thing you know, it rallies another 20%. Like that, oh my God, this is a move, Tom.
I know.
You're still thinking the 600?
Shorting from there, yes. I feel like I shouldn't, but I just can't resist it.
I
It'll
can't
just be
get,
perfect.
I currently
I tell
can't
you, I'm
get
gonna short
trading
them, right?
views alerts to establish. I'm going to refresh my screen here. This is getting to a point where I'm like, listen, we've got to.
I'm shorting from here. I'm not gonna wait. I'm shorting.
You're not going to wait.
No. Even if it could tick higher, I don't care. I gotta take the short. I think it does move a little bit against me, but I think I'm gonna. I think we're. I think this whole thing reverses, and we go flat, essentially. All right, almost there. This is what's this one? The weekly, yeah, that's the weekly resistance right now. I think we might wick to 23,614, but I don't have the patience. So I'm short now. And I expect to write that to 23.3.
Okay.
Wish me luck, Ma.
Good
Wish
luck.
me luck. Oh, that was such a nice win.
All right, I'll try it here. I did my little 20-point scalp. I'm going to try at 615 to add the position as well. I like it here on the 5-minute time frame as well. We've now hit that overbought territory, but normally I'd wait for confirmation before starting a position. I want to see that candle start to form to the downside first.
Right.
It's got a lot of momentum behind it right now.
Wait, what just
Cool.
happened?
Looks like I'm going to actually pick up one. All right, so now I'm 50% win rate on that little approach. 60% overall on the day.
Wait, you're close the position? You're able to?
Yeah. The little chop strategy only takes 20 points.
Oh.
20 point stop, 20 point take.
Oh, I see.
So I'm in and out real quick.
All right.
Which means I can also just give it a try again here.
All right. Come on. Up it. All right. Let me put my stop loss. Capture some profit. Still too close. Still too close. I actually almost want to add to the position at 23.6.
Yeah, this is going to be a tough one. We really need to push past a couple of these EMAs to the downside. Let me get this exit line going.
Powell. What is Powell saying?
My pal Powell.
My pal Powell. Yes. Okay, that's going on a t-shirt. My pal Powell. My pal Powell. Where's my epic music? Come on, epic music.
I was going to say, did we not have any music today?
We did. It's just very low for some reason.
No. All right, I went ahead and added 2 legs to this short. I want to see if we can actually get a decent pullback from here, but I've got the stop pretty tight as well.
I thought you were adding to your short at 6:15.
Oh my goodness, I just messed this whole screen up. That's where the third leg is.
Third leg, okay. All right, push up to the level, clear it, and then reverse.
One moment.
Come on, you know you want to.
Messed up.
All right.
There we go.
You know, while that is going, let me see what Powell's saying.
I don't know, Tom. Look at that.
Ah, what happened? Oh, okay, so right, you added the second position. But I'm still short here.
Okay. We'll watch it. But it looks like that little pullback got invalidated. The 8 EMA didn't cross either. I like it. I mean, it's still overbought. But I got to revise my resistance lines now. So R2 is way up here now. R1 is here. Buyers want to buy.
I just added another short. But this is the level, like right here is where I expect it to be, to enter.
All right, we're going to give it a try. We're fading all of this very bullish activity.
Yeah.
Third leg in.
I don't have any other level to the top to look for. I mean, the next level to the top is all-time highs, so.
Oof.
All right, come on, let's give that reverse.
23,579.
Oof. Come on, give it up. You know you want to. When does this 2-hour kind of close? Oh, no, we're in it for a while. All right. I think we're in a wick right now. In a wick.
Maybe.
1, 2, 3. Yeah, I'm definitely waiting here. My stop's at 23,682.
I've been here before and trying to sell against this kind of stuff is so freaking hard.
Yeah.
Obviously I would have been a lot better off just staying in my long here this morning.
Give me that pullback. All right, H, let's see if this follows through. I mean, we should at least be able to get down to 23.6.
I'm break even at 579.
All right, come on.
There,
A bit
it's starting
more.
to form.
This pullback is equal to the 3 other ones we just had, so let's see if it gives it a little bit more.
Yeah, we need a little more price action to know for sure. I would think that for something like this, we need to close below this 8 EMA, and we need a pretty solid candle breaking this trend. So that's 2 candles in from the top. So far, so good, but it's got me a little nervous, Tom.
I can imagine. All right, come on. You're the 3rd one. Let's see what you do. Okay, so all right, now I'm going to pull my stop in closer, put my stop to the high of the candle.
I'm at break even on the trade.
You're going to want a tight stop there.
Yeah, I pulled the stop to the top of these candles. And let's see where we go from here. If we get a decent surge down, I'll move my stop to break even.
All right. Well, I'm actually going to move mine to break even like right now because I would actually capture a little bit of profit here. There's the pull. Come on. It says 23,561. I want to see break. Otherwise, I'll just get out here. Keep that stop tight, Mike.
I may not need to.
No, keep it tight.
What I'm saying is it's tight. I'll move it, but I might take at the bottom of this candle here.
Right.
Come on.
Don't bounce. Come on. Eat that tail. You know you want to go down there, price. Just come on. Give up the ghost.
Give up the ghost.
I would imagine the Inception final scene when Dom holds his wife and he goes, "We had our time together. We had our time." Okay.
Okay, I went ahead and exited and took some profit off the table there. So 507 on the big accounts, 350 on the smaller ones.
Wasn't that fun, Mike? Wasn't
No.
that great?
I hated it. I hated it so much.
Just the look on your face when you were doing it, man.
I don't like fading
my
against
God.
this. Also, I'm coming off of like a little bit of a losing streak here, so I'm a little nervous to hold positions, and
Totally.
I'm gaining confidence again.
Well, I'm still in my short. Let's move it. Let's baby it. And this will be my last trade. That was pretty.
There you go.
I just like that it turned right where these levels here are like, that's where price moves, man.
Oh man, it's moving now.
Yeah, I think it could go all the way down to, like I said, reverse of the day.
Got it. Well, if I insist on participating, this is what I built the chop scalp strategy for. It's to take little tiny positions, so I'm not giving up a whole lot of my profit for the day. I I might sell this pullback here and just take it for 20 points.
You mean like count on the bounce, or when it pulls back, then get in?
I'm going to sell the pullback into this regression trend if it hits the top of it, and it won't. Looks like it's still going.
It's still going, yeah. But then the next support level is here at 23,506. So we'll see if it bounces there, because it could bounce from there to 23,576.
Yep.
But I'd be nervous adding. I'd be nervous in this area. Like, even though I think
doing anything right now, I feel like, you know what? I'm gonna take my winnings. I'm out of here for the day.
Take my ball, go home.
I'm in that spot like right now where psychologically I'm like, you just need to take the small win and not fuck around, because that's where I get into trouble.
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, which me up.
We definitely called that reversal. I didn't see that bullish candle coming for sure, but nice job on 615. That did really well. It was a good trade.
Thank you.
And it went further than I anticipated. I honestly thought we would continue this channel, but looks like the market said, "Hey guys, I think you're overhyping what Powell said here, and we're going to mean revert." Good mean reversion trade for sure. And for those of you watching along, I hope you took this this price action as well. This is fun. Well, cool. So now we got an opportunity to analyze what Fed actually said and what Powell's up to. It seems like good news. Now I'm curious what the actual meeting was all about. And I think from here, the main reason I'm real nervous about shorting through this zone is that I get into a lot of trouble when I keep trying to short in a bullish move above VWAP. And normally I want to be long here, not short. So
100%.
Yeah.
It's too hard to do. It's like, even if you succeed, it's like flipping heads 5 times in a row. It's like, come on.
Yeah, exactly. I'm taking some big chances here. So yeah, this was good. Thanks, Tom. This has been a fun one. We've got a few meetings today. I think we've got after hours this afternoon, right?
Absolutely.
Awesome. If you guys have any questions on how to use TradersPost, how to manually trade from TradingView, how to trade lines or indicators, strategies, how to set up an automated strategy, check out our documentation, check out our website, check out our YouTube series. We've got a ton of content on the subject. We're constantly looking for ways to show you how to connect your trading activity to any broker or prop firm or crypto exchange. So give us a follow and stick around for content like this. If you guys are interested in other ways that we can trade in the mornings, we're looking to explore that as well. I've tried a few different strategy approaches. We've got some scalping strategies here. We got a trend following strategy. I have been occasionally looking for mean reversion. This is an example of it, but it's a tough one to actually like stick with for the rest of the day. But I do want to also set up another automated strategy that I think could be useful intraday as well. I've got some ideas on one that I think will work really well. So anyway, give us a follow, and we will see you guys on the next one. We'll come back, Tuesday morning?
Tuesday, that's right, 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And until then, we wish you guys a happy trading.
Fantastic. Cheers, everyone.